Hello, everyone. It is Deanna, your soul coach, your tarot reader, and your astrology guide for this week. Can you feel the tension? We have Mercury in Libra square Jupiter in Cancer. And so there's definitely an air of tension. And this is about building something new. And it's so important to set some boundaries this week and be mindful of your communication. So we're going to go over 3 things that you really need to know about this week and this transit. And then each sun rising sign is going to get a Rider-Waite tarot card and then also a clarifying love situation card. So stick around for that. You won't want to miss it. So this week, the cardinal signs are in the hot seat. You're going to feel it the most: Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, and also Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces, and Virgo could be feeling this square. So let's go over 3 helpful tips. So tip number 1 would be to have that difficult conversation. So a square, like I said, creates tension. And you're going to be wanting emotional harmony with this Libra, and also expansion at home with Jupiter and Cancer. So you're going to really want to clean up any miscommunications. And if there's been any issues, if there's been an imbalance in your relationship, if there's overgiving or undergiving on someone's part. And so you're going to have a sit down and you're going to have that hard conversation about, hey, I've been doing this. Could you help me with this? Or how about we brainstorm some new ideas on how to make this relationship feel more balanced and feeling like we're both appreciated, we see each other, and closer. So yeah, anything that's not working in a relationship, maybe have those things written down, and also ask your partner to write those things down if they're having any issues, and then just sit down together, just come together and say, what could we do to make this better? Could you maybe pick up food on Friday night and I don't have to cook? Or could you maybe help me with this bill over here, or whatever it is? Drive the kids to school on this day, where you're feeling like whatever hasn't been working is going to be talked about and brought up, because this tension in the air, instead of being passive aggressive and not addressing it, just go ahead and address it in a calm manner and brainstorm some new ideas to implement some changes. So tip number 2 is let the old way go. So stop holding on to, if something isn't working in your routine, in your relationship, or if you're feeling your needs aren't getting met, or you're not feeling appreciated, or you're just maybe in a dry spot in your relationship, there just hasn't been a lot of communication or closeness or dates or something like that, then you need to let that go. So you need to realize that something needs to change. This square is bringing up the tension, and it's for you to look at, to go, all right, so I noticed that we haven't had a date night in 3 months. What's up with that? How about from here on out, we have 2 date nights a month, and you pick where we're going one time, and then I pick. So it's really for you to look at anything in your relationship. It could be family dynamics where you're feeling uncomfortable. Maybe your mother-in-law is giving you a hard time and your partner's not sticking up for you and you want that to change. Or you feel like you're doing the majority with the children, and your partner, maybe they've been really tired and they haven't participated, so you're going to ask For that to change, how we need to change this. So in order to change, you need to let something go. You need to realize that you're closing out a cycle and that something isn't working. Get real with yourself. Don't lie to yourself, and decide to let that go. Have that conversation with your partner and say, these are some of the things that aren't working for me. How about you? And let's let it go. We're going to release that, and we are going to start fresh and bring in some growth. So number 3 would be embrace the change, embrace growth. So after having the hard conversations, and really looking at things and releasing old ways, you want to embrace the new way. So this square is at a 90-degree angle. So this is bold. This is a quick shift. This is initiation into a new way. High stakes endings and high stakes new beginnings. So this is a very powerful shift. Don't be passive aggressive and just go, I'm going to brush it under the rug. I don't feel like dealing with it. No, really look at it. Sometimes these uncomfortable conversations and shifts and changes lead to the biggest growth. And if you're in a relationship or even just with yourself, like, you want to grow, you don't want to stay stagnant. So internal pressure, you could feel like I need to talk about this, or there could be an external type of pressure coming in, like you're like, oh, I'm getting a headache, or my shoulders, I'm feeling really tight, and that's letting you know that something needs to change, something is going to change. So embrace it, and then see the new way. Oh, this relationship is now flowing. We made a few changes to it. They were quick, it was abrupt, and the tension I was feeling, I'm glad I addressed it, and now we're on our way to a new beginning. And see the new beginning working, be positive around it. See your relationship flourishing after this. Okay, so next up, as promised, you are going to get a card from the Rider-Waite deck, and also a clarifying love situation to help you this week with your relationships. Maybe there's something in that card will enlighten us on what you need to know. So first up is Aries. So Aries Sun and Rising, I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle these and just pick one card to see what do we need to know. I got the Devil card. The Devil card this week. So this is bondage, materialism, addiction. And the questions are, what beliefs keep you in a cage? So where have you been in bondage in your relationship? Where have you been, embracing the darker side, or maybe self-sabotaging, or maybe being selfish, or maybe putting material things before your relationship? So this week it's asking you to release any bondage when it comes to your relationship, or the way you're looking at it. Maybe you're looking at it from a darker perspective. So the Devil card is saying, or are you addicted to something? Look at that. And, being in bondage, or it just looks like you're feeding your lower self. So it's time to look at that and change that and break the chains of bondage. Okay, and level up in your relationship. Let some addicting behaviors go. And your clarifying love card is prickly defenses. So it says here, barriers caused by past hurts block you, so be patient. So having the conversation about, in the past when you did or said this, it's hurt my feelings, and I shut down, or I'm just focused on myself because I was hurt in the past. So you're a little bit defensive here, so drop the defenses and have an honest conversation with yourself and your partner. All right. So good luck there, Aries. Okay, next is Taurus, Sun and Rising. I'm going to shuffle the cards for a card from the Rider-Waite deck, and then you're getting a card from the Clarifying Love Situations to help you with this week. And I'm shuffling it, and let's just see. Okay, so I've got the Star card, and all your dreams are coming true. So be creative, have faith. You're being asked to have faith right now. This is Aquarian energy. So what are you dreaming about? What is it that you want to see? What do you collectively want to change? So this is about renewal and faith. So having faith in yourself and in the world again, and then in your relationships. Okay. So I went ahead and shuffled the cards from the Clarifying Love Situations. And for you, Taurus, I got Between the Lines. It looks like someone reading between the lines. Uncover the truth carefully and write your own ending. So if you have always put all of my relationships end up where I do more, or all my relationships end up where I pick someone and I try to fix them and it doesn't work, or all the people in my life haven't been thinking about me. So rewrite the story. Okay, Taurus? Rewrite the story. Stop playing the same story out and getting the same ending. Rewrite it so that your ending changes. Be positive. Look at how you're speaking about yourself and the world and your relationships. Clean that up, okay? All right. Good luck, Taurus. All right, next is Gemini. Let's get you a card from this Rider-Waite deck just to help you through this week. See what it says. I'm shuffling. And I'm going with this one. So I have the Knight of Wands. Wands is passion, thought form. And whatever you want to do it now. So take the action. It looks like be fearless. And it looks like you want a new adventure in your life. So move forward. Clean things up within yourself. Any doubts. Or if you're not taking in action, like if you need to do something, but you're not moving forward, it's time to move forward, okay? And the question here is, what is holding you back from taking action? So ask yourself that, because it's time to move forward. If something's been stagnant, it's time for you to change it. So light a fire under yourself and get moving. Have those hard conversations. And then take an action to change. What's one thing you could do towards making a change in your relationship and in your life? Okay. So your Clarifying Love Situation that I just shuffled is, this one says, the dawn of recovery. I'll read that to you. Within each new beginning, embrace risk as a gateway to healing and renewal. So you are on the dawn of something new. You probably were feeling a little bit tired from the eclipses. You needed to recover from that. But now there's a new beginning. So take a risk. Do a positive risk. Take a risk. Take it from your sister sign, Sag, that likes to take a risk. So bring in that type of energy. And that is going to lead you to renewal, to healing, to a new way. And that's really what you want. So take the action. Don't let it pass you by. Embrace this new beginning. Awesome. Good luck. Okay, next up is Cancer, Sun, and Rising. And I did feel like Cancer is getting checked. Cancer feels some pressure right now. And you're really trying to balance everything. And if something's difficult, you need to open up. You need to have a conversation. Don't hide away like the crab. Don't just go into your shell. You need to have a tough conversation right now with somebody. And then you also need to reach out to someone like a therapist or a friend or a guide to kind of navigate this transit this week. So let's just see what cards you get from the Rider-Waite, and then you're going to get a clarifying love situation. Okay, so I have the Page of Cups, but it's in reverse. And it's basically, so that I feel like reverse is a shadow side, and it's saying that you're a little insecure, there's some things going on, you're a little disappointed in something in your life, and you're not sure how to handle it. There's a little bit of emotional immaturity. Like, you're like, maybe I'll just not deal with it. Maybe I'll just go to sleep early, or, you know, scroll on TikTok, or just watch TV and act like it's not happening. So I feel like since you're a sensitive person, that it's time for you to don't let your emotions get in the way of your dreams, and really look at what it is you need to look at and have the conversation about that. There's a fish in there. There's something that needs to be brought up. And what are you dreaming about? What is it that you really want to accomplish? And get real. Get real with yourself. I think you need to reach out to a trusted friend, mentor, and kind of navigate this. This is a little bit of a tough week for you. But remember, instead of hiding, you want to bring things up in a diplomatic way. Use the Libra energy in a diplomatic way. And let's just see. Okay. I've got here from Clarifying Love situation. It's a hard climb right now. That's how it feels. Many issues to deal with or difficult conversations. Okay, but you can do it. Get a notebook out. I know you're feeling emotional this week is what I'm feeling. But this is going to lead to growth. And this is going to be good. So write down the top 3 things that you need to talk about with your partner or your family. And then write down the top 3 things you like to see change. And then just start the conversation. Pick a night this week. Don't delay. It's this week, okay? So good luck there, Cancer. Next up is Leo. Leo, let's just see what's going on for you this week with this little bit of tension from the Rider-Waite deck. And I just shuffled. Oh, goodness. I got the 3 of Swords, so it feels like you have a little bit of grief. These maybe the eclipses hit hard, or it's bringing up some emotions within you. It seems like you're suffering. Is there something that you're holding on to? Are you being stubborn and just like speaking against yourself right now? Then pull those swords out. Speak life into yourself again. And if there's someone you've been avoiding, have the tough conversation with them. You know, just go for it. Instead of avoiding them and suffering, have the conversation. Find a time this week. You're very courageous people. So, all right. So I got here Clarifying Love situation, laid to rest. You need to lay something to rest. You're harboring resentment is what I'm feeling, and you need to let go of that. You need to make peace together with your partner or someone in your family. And it's going to give you a sense of renewal after you do that. So embrace the shift and change. Have the hard conversations. Like, hey, you know, when you did this few years ago, hurt my feelings. I never addressed it. But, you know, I'm over here like replaying it in my mind, and I need to get this off my chest. So just go ahead and do that. And if it's someone that you just feel like you can't speak to, they won't understand, or they're not open, of course, try it first. Then just pull up a chair and act as if you need to release. You need to get this off your chest, whatever's been bothering you. Okay? Or you could always write it down and then just rip it up. So good luck there, Leo. Okay, next up is Virgo. Virgo, we're going to get a Rider-Waite card, help you through this week, this tense week. And then we're going to see what clarifying love situation card you get. So I'm shuffling just basically like this, and I'm just going to pick one card for you. Oh, so you got the Chariot. Oh, I love that for you. So we've got drive, willpower, confidence, direction, ambition, moving forward. So you're ready to move forward. You're ready to have those tough conversations. You're showing up. This is great. You're showing up. And then the question would be like, what have you already overcome? Look at that. Praise yourself for the things you've already overcome, especially over those eclipse energies. And so you're really ready to triumph. You're feeling strong within yourself, and if there's someone in your family or in your relationship that you want to address certain things, you want to change, you are ready to address it. So good for you. Feels very bold energy. And your card from the love situation is an awakened rebirth. How cool is that? Awakened rebirth. And it says become conscious, stay aware, and embrace the renewal of your essence. So you're ready for this shift. You're ready. Hey, I can have a tough conversation. I've been through a lot worse in my life. And these things, let's clean it up. I'm ready to clean up whatever it is in my life and shift and change and embrace this renewed energy of hope and faith in my visions, in my family, in my communicating. So way to go. You guys are really embracing this shift in a strong, calm, confident manner. Awesome. Okay, so next up we have Sun and Rising Libra. Okay, so I shuffle the cards, my Rider-Waite. And I'm just going to pick for you the top one, and it's Nine of Swords, and this person is feeling defeated, hopeless, a little sad, depressed, speaking against himself, worrying too much in their head, anxiety, playing some past traumas, feeling a little hopeless. So this is a little bit of a tough time for you this week, but I think these things are being brought up and shown so that you can deal with it. So you can deal with it this week, like whatever's happened in your relationships, your family dynamics. It's really being highlighted for you to look at your patterns in relationships and that sort of thing. The communication in your relationships. Maybe you want to shift and change it, or you want to reach out to a trusted mentor or friend, therapist, spiritual guide to help you process some of the traumas that are coming up, maybe from your childhood, that you're noticing patterns in your relationships that are very similar to what you saw when you were growing up. So go ahead and find someone able to help you with that, or maybe you're just processing things in your own way and you're journaling and you're paying attention to your dreams and you're clearing it on your own. So let's just see what clarifying love situation you got. I got here strong roots. So maybe you didn't have strong roots when you were growing up, or there were some issues in your family dynamic, and now you're really wanting to put down some strong roots. So pull the weeds of resentment out so your love can bloom. So if there's any resentments within your family dynamic, between you and your partner, you need to really look at that and have a process to release them. You can have a conversation with some tea, like, you know what, I just wanted to say this was bothering me. I know that we've moved past this, but I just need to get this off my chest. Or maybe you just journal it and rip it up and burn it or something like that. Or you talk to a therapist about it. But there's some things that have bothered you and you're processing them this week, and they need to be processed. They need to be looked at. So it's some shadow work for you. So good luck there, Libra. Next up is Scorpio, Sun and Rising. Which card would you like? So your energy is picking this one. And it says here, 8 of Pentacles for you. And this one is about balancing work and play. Have you been all work? Have you been all play? It's time to make sure you're balancing the scale, Scorpio. You have high standards for yourself. You have a lot of passion and drive right now. You're using your due diligence. You're focused on your finances and you're trying to get everything straight. So, are you finding deeper meaning in your work? If not, could there be something else that you could do to bring that depth back to your life, that Scorpio depth? Maybe there's a class you could take or a new book you could read, or an audio book. So bring that into your awareness. And let's just see what clarifying love conversation card you get. This one. And it says consumed. So extinguish doubt by having open communication. So there you go. Go have some tea somewhere. Go get an ice cream sundae somewhere, and just have that conversation with your partner and how you want to be closer, or maybe some of the dreams that you have that you haven't shared yet, or maybe there's just some closeness that you've missed. So go ahead and plan a date night and just get really deep into a conversation and just reconnect with your person and get real with yourself. Bring that depth back in. Bring that that wonderful feeling of connectedness. All right, good luck there, Scorpio. Sagittarius, you are not known for backing down on having a tough conversation. So I think you are aimed and ready with your bow and arrow. Like, I'm ready to bring up some of these things that need to shift and change. Been a little stale, or it just hasn't felt balanced, or I haven't felt enough adventure in this relationship, or enough passion. I need to bring it back in. So have those conversations get real with yourself first, and then have the conversation with your partner. And let's just see what card you get from the Rider-Waite, and then your clarifying love situation card. So I got this one. Okay, so I've got the Two of Swords here, Sag. And so listen to your inner voice when you're making decisions. Are you acting according to your intuition? So this person here has a blindfold on. Are you being blind to something? And there's a little bit of confusion. So is there something you're not seeing in your relationship? Is there something that you're confused on how to fix it or get it to the point where you're feeling better in it? Are you just kind of like scratching your head like I love this person, but it doesn't seem like we're as close as we used to be? What do I do? Or is it that you're trying to get clarity on, is this my person in my life? Or you're in a relationship and you're like, I don't know how to bring back the spark, that sort of thing. So listen to your inner voice. So spend a little bit of time with yourself first and go, is this my person? And if you get a yes, then how do I bring back the spark? Well, are you feeling the spark within yourself? Is there something you could do that's really fun, that you're all feeling good about yourself, and then you reconnect with your partner and you're like, hey, let's go do this, or let's go be adventurous, and then you're kind of bringing that energy back into the relationship. Or, hey, I noticed that we haven't done this or that in a while, so when could we do it? So brainstorm with your person and ask for clarity. Ask for clarity. You will get it. Light a candle and just sit with yourself for about 15 minutes with some music, and then just brainstorm yourself before you talk to your partner. Brainstorm within yourself. What do you need to shift and change? What do you need to shift and change to feel that spark again within yourself, so that you can bring it to the relationship? And let's just see what love situation clarifier card you get. Unexpected joy. So life's surprises are gifts, opening the doors to unforeseen adventures. So when you're feeling joyful, you're aligned with new adventures, and joy is going to come find you. So raise your vibration. Maybe the eclipses were really hard and made you tired, or it's just been very stressful. Sagittarius has been having a few months that were really stressful, so, and just tense energy. So how about you just lighten the mood, plan something fun, and then also ask your partner to plan something so that it feels unexpected. Like, hey, tag, you're it. Think of something fun for us to do and take me on an adventure. And you're going to get your spark back within yourself and within your relationship as well. Good luck, Saggies. Capricorn, how are you doing? We are in a tense shift this week. So I'm going to pull a Rider-Waite card for you and then a clarifying love situation. So I got here the Four of Wands in reverse, and so you're in a transition and you feel like there's a lack of support. There's a little bit of home conflicts, and so maybe something's shifting within your home. Maybe you're retiring, or maybe you're thinking about working outside of the home, or maybe you feel like you've been stuck in the house. And whatever this is, you're feeling like alone and kind of like without support or anybody helping or seeing that you need something, or that your needs aren't getting met. And so you really need to be clear within yourself what those things are that you want, and then reach out. So how could you celebrate with community? How could you step outside of the box? How could you show up? Have you been hiding? Have you been closed in? Have you been closing yourself in and then being upset with other people for wondering why they're not reaching out? Then you reach out. Okay? And let's just see your love situation. I have here liberated path. Liberated path. And that says embrace freedom as you break through, taking steps forward towards your true potential. So yeah, break through, have some tough conversations, plan something fun out of the ordinary, and step out of the box, step out of your home, do something fun, and reconnect with your loved ones. And you're going to have a breakthrough this week. So good luck. So next up is Aquarius. How are you doing? Sun and rising. I'm going to pick your Rider-Waite card and then your clarifying love situation card. And I have here the Hermit. So you've been doing some inner work, and this is the Virgo card. So maybe you've been organizing, cleaning house. Maybe you can think about how you want to do things differently. And all the answers lie within. So you've been spending some time alone. You're thinking about how you want to do things differently within your life, or how you want to show up in the world. So how do you feel about your inner world? Hermit card. And then your clarifying love situation card is flickering passion. So feelings come and go, or the chemistry is not there. So it looks like your passion and relationships kind of like So what could you do to bring more passion back in? You've been thinking about yourself and introspective. So why don't you take a break and do something fun with your partner? Do something that would ignite that passion, to have fun. Maybe go find a bookstore and go together. Go get some coffee at a place you've never been. So plan a fun date to bring a little bit of a spark back into your relationship. Okay, good luck there. Okay, so now I've got Pisces. How are you doing? Sun and rising. We've got your Rider-Waite card for the week, the Empress. Fall in love with your creativity. So beauty, look for the beauty within yourself. Luxury, birth, nurturing, just motherly, queen over here. This is Taurus energy. So having all your material needs, like having the things that you need, they're there. So this is you're feeling yourself right now. You're feeling good, and And you're remembering who you are. You're bringing that in. You're remembering who you are and what you like and what you deserve. So that's awesome. And then let's just see, your love situation is you have some secret desires. So unspoken needs can plunge you into deep confusion. So make sure you're having a tough conversation. Go out to eat and say, hey, these are some of the things I'd like to do in this relationship, and how can you show up for me in those ways? So have a conversation about, what you truly desire. Don't keep it a secret. Let the person know what it is you want. They don't have to read your mind. Let them know what it is you want so that they can give that to you. Okay, good luck there, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support.